was now he gave us power to say no. Sometimes we feel like we don't have the power to say no. Sometimes we don't feel like we have the power to say, I'm not doing that. Sometimes we feel like we don't have the power to say, I'm not doing what you want me to do. This is who I am. I'm in control of my destiny, and I'm not doing it because I don't feel like it. We all deserving of wrath. We all were deserving of God's punishment. And see, here's why God wants us to walk right. Because he saved us. He died on the cross for us. He gave his life for us. And he forgave us of our sin. So therefore, we should not walk in sin on a daily basis. Because it's almost like having God to be crucified again for what we did. Once he forgave you, you need to get up from where you are. You need to walk forward. You need to tell the enemy, I'm not going back there. God has delivered me and God has set me free. Let me bring this message home. Let me give you my final point. Point number 3. I have been set free from sin. I have been set free from sin. Because Jesus has died, I've died with him. Look at your neighbor and say, I've died with him. Yeah, I've been set free by him, and because he died, I died. And I know who I am, and I know what I have. And what is it that I have? Here it is right here. Write this down. I have the power over sin. I got the power over sin. Sometimes we don't think that we got power over sin, but I got power over sin. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Why? Listen to this. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, sin is a choice. Yeah, somebody said, how do I know I got the power over sin? Because sin is a choice. Yeah, sometimes we do things because we feel like doing it. Come on here. Yeah, and just because you feel like doing something, that don't mean you have to do it. Sometimes we got to spend a little bit more time looking at what is going to be the outcome of this action. And most of us would be in a better position today if we thought ahead instead of thinking about the immediate situation. Because there is no consequence in the immediate act. But there's always a consequence tomorrow. Hello? Look at somebody and say, ain't no morning after pill for that. Some things you can't fix. Some things you can't get rid of. I'm on somebody's road right now. I feel it. Look at somebody and say, I'm free from that. And sometimes you just got to get to the point of start calling yourself free. Even when you're in the middle of something, sometimes you got to say, I'm coming out of this. You might have a cigarette in your hand. Look at it and say, I'm coming out of this. You might be sleeping with somebody you ain't got no business sleeping with, but while you're laying there next to him, look at him and say, I'm coming out of this. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. See, you got to start talking faith, even in the midst of the situation. Because sometimes some things we can't get out of right away. And sometimes we need a little bit of time to get out of it. But if you keep focusing on coming out, if you keep focusing on being delivered, look at somebody and say, you're going to come out of it. But you got to change your mind. Look at somebody and say, change your mind. Yeah, when you have the right kind of mind, you can change your situation. And I know it's not easy. It's an easier said than done. But if you change your mind, in Ephesians 4:23, it says to be made new in the attitude of your mind. If you change your thinking, if you see the situation differently, if you see yourself coming out, If you see yourself being in control and being in charge, you can change the situation. But let me bring this home. So look at what Paul said in Romans chapter 6, verse 14. He said, for sin shall no longer be your master, because you are not under the law, but under grace. Sin shall not any longer be your master. I didn't define the word sin earlier, but the word sin comes from a Greek word which literally means miss the mark. So sin shall not be my master, and I shall master the things that are trying to master me. And I want things that are in my life to know that I'm free from that. Somebody said, my issue could be gossip. And I find myself just talking about everybody. I know everybody's business. I know what's going on in your life. I know what's going on in your life. Because I text everybody and I get all the updated news. If gossip is your issue, I want you to take gossip and I want you to tell gossip, I'm free from that. Somebody said, I'm jealous over other people. I'm jealous over what she has. I'm jealous because her boyfriend is nicer than my boyfriend. And I don't really care for her. Matter of fact, I'm jealous of the fact that she got a boyfriend and I don't have a boyfriend. Jealousy tries to tell you that it got you. But if you got jealousy in your life and that's you, I want you to tell jealousy, I'm free from that. Some of y'all belong to the haters club. Your diet is haterade. You just hate everything. You just hate everybody. You know, you look at your life and you just trying to compare everybody else's life. It doesn't matter what she do. All she just said was, hi, how you doing? I don't like you. And sometimes that can become a spirit. It didn't matter what she said. She said to you, oh, you look nice today. I don't like her. Why you don't like her? It was just the way she said I look nice. If that's you, I want you to tell hate, what? I'm free from that. Where my lie is at. Some people wake up lying. Lie about everything. How old are you? Lying. Old people lie trying to be younger. Young folk lie trying to be older. And you got to be careful lying, because lying is a spirit. And if it gets on you good, you'll lie about any and everything. And here's the worst thing about lying. At some point, the lie gonna catch up with you. Be careful of them applications y'all fill out. I got some smiles on that one. Sometimes people lie so much they don't even know when they tell them the truth. Oh, that was true. I'm sorry. But guess what? I'm free from that. This is a tough one. Pornography. Be careful of pornography. Pornography is probably one of the most powerful forces that could ever enter your life. Because once you gain an image, it can be locked into your head, into the recesses of your mind for an entire lifetime. And then you have to be careful not to allow yourself for this to be a diet. Because if it becomes a diet, it will call you, especially when you're lonely, especially when you feel like you need somebody. It will call you and get your attention, and before you know it, you can spend hours being caught up in pornography. And this is not isolated to men. It's not isolated to men. And here's one of the worst things that could ever happen since I'm on it. Don't let this dictate or define what true love is. Because the majority of this is nothing but a performance. There's no love in it. And people wonder why lovemaking, of course, for married folks is inadequate. Because you've been given a wrong concept of what true love is. If this is you, I want you to say, I'm free from that. Adultery. Married people need to be careful. That's why married people need to always have a great excitement and joy in your marital relationship, because all it takes for something to go down is the right person to start talking to you. Oh, she'll tell you, oh, I can treat you better than your wife. And you go right along with it. Let me hear you. Tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. More marriages have been destroyed because of adultery. Hearts have been broken because of adultery. Churches have been destroyed because of adultery. If this is you, I'm free from that. Stealing. This is an unusual word, because what is stealing? Stealing is taking something that belongs to somebody else. Stealing is taking something that is not yours. You got to be careful about stealing, because stealing is a sin. And sometimes you got to be careful, because it ain't going to hurt nobody. I'm just, go ahead, put it in your pocket. Go ahead, put it in your pocket. How many of you ever had friends that just go ahead, put it in your pocket? Why are they telling you to put it in their pocket and they don't put it in their own pocket? And know the camera is on. Go ahead, put it. Go ahead.